Previously, we went through the sections of the flow builder. Now let's focus on variable management in the flows. To do this, we must access the variables option under the build section. A variable is a space reserved for storing information that can vary or be customized during a conversation. These variables allow remembering details, preferences, or specific user data during the interaction, facilitating more accurate and contextualized responses. From this option, we can then view and manage the variables that will be used in the interaction within the flows. Clicking on this option opens a window with a list of existing variables organized in drop-down panels. To facilitate access, in this upper part, we can search for specific variables in the list. And we can also filter the variables according to these criteria. All options checked. Filter variables marked as constant. Filter variables marked as constant and protected. To create a new variable, we click on Create New Variable. A form is displayed to define the following. The name of the variable. As an example, we create a variable named myVariable. Then a drop-down description, which corresponds to a description that will appear in a drop-down menu. Next, we indicate the type of variable, which refers to the type of data that will be stored in the variable and can be selected from a menu with the following options. None, to indicate that the variable has no specific data associated with it. Array, to manage lists or sets of elements. String, to manage text strings. Number, for numeric values. File, to manage files. Boolean, for true or false values, and date, to manage dates. In our example, we define the variable of string type. Then the marked as field, where we can mark the variable with the constant and/or protected options. We will define it as constant and protected. Then we can indicate whether to hide or show the value of the variable. We show it. We can also indicate an additional description for developers. And finally, we can save the new variable by clicking on Save or cancel the definition with the Cancel button. In this case, we click on Save. If we filter now by constant plus protected, we see our variable. From here, we can edit its definition. And from here, we can delete it. We are going to modify its definition, assigning it a default value. This value for our string variable will be, this is an initial greeting. We save the changes. Let's go now to the flow option in the build section and modify the message node. We want to say, hello, the user's name. This is an initial greeting. So we remove this part of the message and insert our variable. We save the changes and test. We see then the complete message. Similarly, regarding the variables that we can create during the design of a flow, we can later view and edit them in the variables option of the build section. Let's create here a new variable named Assistant Response. To assign it a specific type, default value, description, and so on, we must edit it. So from the variables option, we search for it by its name. We edit it and define it, for example, as a number type. We save the changes. Good. Next, we will see the conversation history option.